They called her a witch. They said she had stolen all the love and affection their parents once gave them. In their jealous minds, they truly believed that this small girl had taken their place in the family. Their hearts were filled with anger, bitterness, and hatred. Nora was the first to speak the dark words that lived in their hearts. "We must kill her," she said coldly. "Let's bury her alive so she can never return." Kara agreed, saying that her hatred was so deep that she would do anything to remove Ayla from their lives. What they did not know was that this child was no ordinary girl. She carried a destiny far greater than they could imagine. Their cruel decision would not only change Ayla's life, it would shake the entire kingdom. But before we go back to how this terrible plan began, please subscribe, like, and comment. Your support keeps this channel growing and keeps these stories alive. Also, let me know where you are watching from. I would truly love to know which part of the world my amazing friends are watching from. Now, relax, enjoy the music, and let the story begin. The sun burned fiercely over the village of Zafara. The heat was so strong that the red dirt on the ground cracked open. The air felt heavy, and even the wind seemed tired. In a small, humble house lived Chief Caro and his wife Mama Leia. They were simple, hardworking people. They had 3 daughters, but deep in his heart, Chief Caro wished for a son to carry on his name and help him with the farm. This silent wish became a quiet sadness in the family. One day, filled with hope and tears, Mama Leia went to the river. She knelt beside the flowing water, crying and begging the river to bless her with a child who would change her family's life. As the water moved gently, the river goddess appeared before her, shining with mystery and power. The goddess told her that she would give birth to a special child, a child whose destiny would change her family forever. Mama Leia returned home with fear, hope, and wonder in her heart. 9 months later, she gave birth to a baby girl named Ayla. From the moment Ayla was born, it was clear she was different. She was a miracle. Her hair was already long, wrapping around her tiny body like a living blanket. When she smiled, her hair glowed with a soft, magical light. When she cried, the air around her felt darker, as if the shadows themselves responded to her tears. As Ayla grew, her hair grew longer and more beautiful, flowing behind her like a long black river. It never stayed short like other girls' hair. It became her blessing, and later, her curse. When Ayla walked through the market, people stopped and stared in amazement. Old men and women whispered, "Look at her hair. The Orishes have truly blessed this child." Many believed she carried divine favor. But inside her own home, Ayla was not treated as a blessing. She was treated as a threat, a target. Ayla had 3 older sisters, Rina, Kara, and Nora. They were not ugly in face, but their hearts were dry and bitter, like dead wood waiting for a spark. That spark was jealousy. They watched how their parents looked at Ayla with love and wonder. They watched how villagers admired her. Every smile Ayla received felt like a wound to their pride. Their envy slowly turned into deep hatred. One morning, as the sun rose, the sisters prepared to go to the river to fetch water. Ayla went with them, balancing a heavy pot on her head. Even with the weight, she walked with grace, like a queen. Her long hair was wrapped in a beautiful cloth. Rina leaned close and whispered with poison in her voice, "Look at her. She thinks she is better than us. She doesn't even scrub the floors like we do. Mother is too afraid she will trip on that long hair." Kara added angrily, "It is not fair. All the boys bring gifts for her. I am the oldest. They should be bringing gifts for me." Nora, the youngest but the cruelest, said, "Mother and father love her more. They give her the biggest piece of meat. They give her the best place to sleep. As long as she is here, we will never be happy. We must make her go away." Ayla felt the darkness in the house even though she had done nothing wrong. She tried to fight hatred with kindness. She did her sisters' chores. She gave them her beads and small treasures. She spoke gently to them. But the more kind she became, the more they hated her, because her kindness reminded them of their own cruelty. One burning afternoon, when even the lizards hid under rocks, the sisters saw their chance. Their father was at the farm, and their mother was at the market. They went to Ayla with fake smiles. Rina spoke sweetly, like sugar covering poison. "We found a secret place in the bush with big red flowers," she said. "You can put them in your hair to look even more beautiful for Mother." Ayla's eyes filled with excitement. She loved flowers and trusted her sisters. Without knowing it, she followed them, straight into a trap. They walked past the goats, past the houses and deep into the thick forest. The trees grew tall and close together. The air smelled of wet dirt and leaves. Ayla felt afraid but kept walking. Finally, they reached a place with green and yellow grass. In the middle was a deep, dark hole, a pit the sisters had secretly dug for days. "Where are the flowers?" Ayla asked, leaning forward. That was when the sisters' faces changed. Their sweetness disappeared. Their eyes burned with anger. "There are no flowers," Rena shouted, grabbing Ayla's long hair. The sisters pushed and shoved her. Ayla cried and begged, but their hearts were stone. With one final, cruel push, Ayla fell into the dark pit. She hit the bottom hard. The sisters covered the hole with branches and leaves, shouting goodbye. Then they returned to the village, lying that a tiger had eaten Ayla. Their parents were broken with grief. In the dark pit, Ayla cried for help, but only the forest listened. She lay in mud and tears, thinking she would die. Then she heard a strange voice. A large, talking monkey appeared. Though afraid, Ayla saw sadness and kindness in his eyes. The monkey climbed into the pit and carried her out on his back. He took her to a tall stone tower hidden deep in the forest. There, Ayla could hide safely. Every day, the monkey brought her mangoes and clean water. They talked, shared stories, and slowly became close. Ayla no longer saw a monster. She saw a kind soul. One day, moved by love and kindness, Ayla kissed the monkey. A bright light filled the tower. When the light faded, the monkey was gone. In his place stood Prince Zayan. He had been cursed long ago for his pride and cruelty. Only true love could break the spell. Ayla's kiss had freed him. Prince Zayan asked Ayla to come to his kingdom, but first she wanted her parents to know she was alive. They returned to Zafara. The village was shocked. Ayla's parents cried with joy, but her sisters burned with jealousy. That night, pretending to apologize, Nora cut off Ayla's hair. But evil awakened powerful magic. The hair turned into snakes, and Nora turned to stone. Terrified, Ayla ran back to the tower. But Prince Zayan followed her. He looked past the snakes and saw only the girl he loved. His kiss broke the second curse. Ayla's hair returned, more beautiful than ever. Prince Zayan punished the sisters. Nora's stone statue was placed at the palace gates. Rena and Kara became servants, forced to remember that hatred turns the heart to stone. Ayla and Prince Zayan lived happily ever after. Ayla used her power to spread love and kindness throughout the kingdom. Her parents lived in luxury and peace. And so remember this lesson. A heart of gold will always find a crown, but a heart of stone will eventually turn to rock. Love sees the soul. Hate sees only the surface. Be soft like silk, strong in kindness, and beautiful from within. Thank you for watching. See you in my next story. Bye.